The following is a presentation of the Magnitude Sports Network.
Satter wants the ball. He's going to maybe tee it up for 11-3. He got it! 11 three-pointers for Ty Satter. It's unbelievable.
Here comes the Fusion the other way. Nice ball in towards Kamai. Kamai able to set it down. Kamai beating the keeper. Shot on the way, and Kamai scores. 1-0 for the Fusion. And it's
1-2 pitch. Line shot up the middle. One run will score. Deer rounding third. He's coming to the plate.
Actually, Verwest, they center in front. Scarborough down low, loose in front, in for a goal. South Shaley gets the first goal of this East Region title.
Let's turn things over to the broadcast booth. The pregame show starts now.
Thank you, player.
Welcome back. National Anthem just finished up seconds ago. And we are ready to go for our fourth and final game of day number 2. Now, we thought we were on the air earlier, and for some reason it didn't go on air. So let's go over our pregame elements once again here. Your tourney stats so far. There you see the day 2, 3 games compared to 3 games yesterday, and much bigger difference with 3 games. Now those numbers will get bigger with game 4, obviously. And you see your totals for the 6 games played so far on the far right there. And 74 strikeouts compared to 85 runners left on base. I think those are the 2 numbers that kind of throw me off the most here. As we take a look at these 2 teams, excuse me. Side by side, 13-7 conference record in the regular season ranks Castleton third. They lost on a tiebreaker to Kindred, who was also 13-7. West Fargo Aces finished the season 10-10 in conference play. They're 1-0 with the 5-0 win over the Post 2 Jets yesterday as they put an end to their season. They struck out 7 Jets batters and shut them out 5-0 in that first game. So that's what the Castleton Haymakers have to deal with here. And since we don't have much time, we won't go through the keys of the game. But we'll remind you that you can find us online on those social media accounts, including our brand new Threads account, by searching Magnitude Sports. And now we go to the top of the first, and we will get you the starting lineups here right now as well. Trey Huzar had a fly out to right and a ground out to first in the game yesterday against the Post 2 Jets. And this one is fouled off for strike 1 at 7:38 p.m., a game that was supposed to start at 6:30. 1 hour and 8 minutes overdue here on our schedule, but that's okay because that first game made it all worth it. At least in my opinion, it did. 1 ball, 1 strike now. Brendan Maggio is on the mound here for Casselton. Cale Pearson behind the plate. Noah Macau at first. Sam Cobbervig at second. Braden Mitchell the shortstop. Carter Maggio at third. Outfield here after the 2-1 pitch. And the 2-1 pitch is delivered there to Cobbervig, and he'll fire it over to Macau for the first out. And I'll bring up James Buffington now after the ground out.
James Buffington.
So to round out the defensive structure here for Castleton in the outfield, it's Logan Broughton in right field, Mason Bussey in left, and Carter Vakota in straightaway center. And that first pitch to Buffington comes in for a strike as well. Buffington yesterday had a bunt single, reached on a fielder's choice, and then also popped out to the second baseman in the game against the Post 2 Jets yesterday. 1 ball, 1 strike. The count. And that one's low and out for ball 2. So just to make 100% sure, yep, nothing went wrong this time around. I'm not sure what went wrong the first time, but glad that nothing went wrong the second time around. Here's strike 2. Strike, ball, strike. Once again, it's James Buffington. Cooper Fuchs is on deck here for the West Fargo Aces. 2-2 pitch. Fouled back. Will stay 2-2. Once again, the winner of this game will play Devil's Lake at 6:30 tomorrow. The other team will play Kindred at 1:30 tomorrow. Full count now at 3-2 here to Buffington. And the payoff pitch. Got him, struck him out. Got him looking, that's strikeout 1 for Brendan Maggio on the Gordy's Travel Plaza strikeout counter. Gordy's Travel Plaza with 2 locations, one right here in Castleton and the other location just a couple miles down the road in Mapleton. 2 away now here, and Cooper Fuchs steps up to the plate here for West Fargo. And the pitch, in for a strike. A delayed strike call on Fuchs, it's 0-1. So far, so good for Brendan Maggio on the mound here for the Haymakers. And he delivers strike 2. Some impressive pitching right off the bat here, no pun intended, for Brendan Maggio. As he's been able to keep them off the bats, is the better way to put it. And that one's fouled off and into the football field. It'll remain 0-2. And that will just miss. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Caden Olson is on deck if Fuchs can reach base. Maggio with the 1-2 wind-up delivery, and that one's going high to right field. And in foul territory, he will not be able to make the catch, as he'll just exit the field of play. And we'll stay at 1-2. And that one's going left field and foul. Pushed over the West Fargo dugout. West Fargo Aces on the third base dugout. Castleton Haymakers in the first base dugout. Scoreboard says 2-2. I had 1-2. And doesn't matter now. It's a strikeout looking.
After a half inning of play.
2 strikeouts on 3 batters for Brendan Maggio on the Gordy's Travel Plaza strikeout counter. And that ends the top of the first. We are going to do we're going to check in really quick here because I just got notified that they started that. What we're going to do is take a live look in at Starring Bank Field and see what they're doing here. Oops, looks like I have to skip an ad here really quick in order to do that live look in. And we will turn down our volume and turn up their volume. Once again, this is a tribute to the Fargo police officers who were involved in that shooting incident last week.
Jeff Gould of Post 400 came up with this idea to dedicate the proceeds from this game to the 3 officers and their families who protect us last Friday through this horrible ordeal. You should know that this rivalry between these 2 teams is no less than UND and NDSU, or from where I'm from, Ohio State versus the team up north. We don't even call them by name. Post 2 immediately jumped on board and has committed a large sum of money for this as well, as Post 400, who's giving all of their gate and money in order to have this happen. We want to thank them very much. Now I speak to these ball players. Gentlemen, many of you are good ball players, and all of you would of course like to play in the big leagues. That's cool, but it's entertainment. The real heroes are standing in front of you now. frankly, we all prefer that you become police officers and firemen and EMTs because that's where life really is. To you first responders, we know you see some horrible things, and many times you must.
All right, we're going to bring you back here to the bottom of the first as we are ready to go. It was nice to get a quick glimpse. If you want to watch all of that, it is on Magnitude Sports. Just look for the Post 2 Fargo Post 400 game, and you can watch the remainder of that as we get a base hit here from Logan Broughton out into center field. And one pitch, one hit, Carter Maggio. And I was told about this the other day. His walk-up song is the theme entrance for Stone Cold Steve Austin. And the reason why that came up was I was talking about a kid in Mandan who had the walk-up song for Heartbreak Kid Shawn Michaels, another wrestler. And that's how that all got connected. So once again, if you want to watch the rest of that ceremony dedicated to the Fargo police officers, you can watch it on Magnitude Sports. You just have to open up another tab and search for Fargo Post 2 versus Fargo Post 400 stars, and it's live right now. We got a special thumbnail on there. You won't. It's not. You're not going to miss it. Let's put it that way. 1 ball, no strike here to Carter Maggio. Logan Broughton is on deck, or on first, I should say. And nobody out. So it's Caden Rademacher on the mound here for the West Fargo Aces. Espen Westby is catching around the bases here. We'll go around the bases after the 1-0 pitch here to Maggio. And Maggio will send this to left field, and that will drop for a base hit. They'll go all the way to the warning track, and rounding third is Logan Broughton, and it will be an RBI double for Carter Maggio. And Casselton strikes first as the Haymakers take a 1-0 lead.
Now batting the center fielder, number 3, Carter Vercoda.
All right. So Broughton scores. Maggio on second. Carter Vercoda now is the batter here for Castleton. Once again, the winner of this game plays Devil's Lake at 6:30 tomorrow night here on Magnitude Sports. Quick visit here from Westby and Rademacher. So continuing around the bases for West Fargo, Evan Krogan at first, James Buffington at second, Jet Collins the shortstop, and Cooper Fuchs at third. The outfield here after the pitch to Vercoda. And he'll tip it foul for strike 1. Axel Anderson in left field, Luke Finn in right field, and Trey Huzar in straightaway center is how West Fargo sets up defensively here. As the count's 0-1 to Carter Vercoda, they lead 1-0 off the RBI double by Carter Maggio, who's standing on second base right now. And a lot of red just in front of us from the top row all the way down to the bottom row. Swing and a miss, strike 2. That one fouled just barely. Like it literally hit the left side of the third base bag. And it'll stay 0-2. Braden Mitchell is the batter on deck here for Castleton. We're 11 minutes into this ball game. Haymakers have a 1-0 lead on the Proceed scoreboard. And that one's lifted up to right field. And the catch is made. Maggio will stay put on second. Luke Finn with the grab out in right field.
The shortstop, number 6, Braden Mitchell.
Braden Mitchell now the batter. Here at the end of the first, we'll see if they're still doing that ceremony, and if they are, we'll tune you back into that one. And we'll keep it on there until they are done with the ceremony. Then we'll go back to our original commercial breaks here. Here's the 0-1. And they'll just miss for ball one. 1 ball, no strikes here to Braden Mitchell. That one's fouled away, and it'll move the count to 1-1 here. There is a little bit of green and orange in the press box here, or not in the press box, but in the seating right in front of the press box. But most of the West Fargo fans are off to the third base side here, which is right behind where their team's dugout is at. 1 ball and 2 strikes now here to Braden Mitchell. Eli Boer is the batter on deck here for Castleton. If no double plays happen, we'll see him next. One ball, 2 strikes. Rademacher will set, look at second, and deliver. And that one's lifted up right field. And right behind the post, he makes the catch. And now the runner tags and goes to third, and he's safe at third. That was a close call, too. They nearly got him. That was a rocket from right field. I don't think there was a relay on it. Maybe there was. I didn't see it if there was.
Hitter number 2, Eli Boer.
But I'm not going to discredit the fact that he has the ability to throw it that far. So Mitchell will fly out to deep right. That Module will tag up and take off for third and just barely make it in time. Eli Boer, the batter now. So he apparently is a Kid Rock fan, as that was his walk-up song. One 0 inside, 2-0, and any more inside, and Boer would be on base. Runners on the corners, but instead, it's 2-0. Brendan Maggio is on deck if Boer can reach base. And a strike is called. Outside of the town of Casselton, I'm probably one of the few people who've pronounced that last name correctly on a frequent basis. And a strike is called. Remember, the first time I said that name was about 10 years ago in a girls' basketball game where Lexi Boer was one of the players on that team. I don't know, maybe it wasn't 10 years ago, but it sure felt like. Maybe it's more like 5 years ago. And it came off the base. And as a result, Maggio will score, runner will be safe, and it's 2-0.
No, that pitcher, number 13, Brendan Maggio.
So they'll charge the air on the play. And now Bach is called, and now Boer will move to second on the Bach. Still no pitches here to Brendan Maggio. Rademacher with pitch 15, according to my numbers, coming up next here. 2-0 Castleton Haymakers here on their home field at Haymaker Stadium on the campus of Central Cass High School. 2 away, runner on second. Rademacher sets and delivers. Not one going to right, and it's fouled away and out of play. Results in an 0-1 count. And a hard hit ball to third. One bounce, Fuchs picks it up, fires it over, they get the out. They'll strand one on base and end the first inning of play. Casselton gets 2 across on a pair of hits, 1 West Fargo error, and 1 left on base. It's 2-0 after 1 on the Red Baron line score. We'll be back in a moment here on Magnitude Sports. Stay tuned. We're coming right back.
Gordy's Travel Plaza continues to improve products and services. Now open is the Beer Cave with wines and spirits. Pick up a fresh-made Sandy's donut along with the fresh bean-to-cup coffee or espresso. How about our tasty popcorn with warm butter on top, or cool down with the all-new Fresh Blend shakes, smoothies, frappes, frazzles, and more. Now open is Champ's Chicken, Hangar 54 Pizza, and Hot Mex Express. We are excited for you to try out the all-new items at Gordy's Travel Plaza in Castleton, serving Castleton and the surrounding communities for over 55 years.
Welcome back. Outside of Jim, joining us again from the East Coast in Denver, North Carolina. Just about maybe an hour away from Shelby, North Carolina, where AA Legion teams hope to end their season at. Right now, these teams here hope to end their season raising a trophy in Kindred, North Dakota. A little bit closer than Shelby, North Carolina, that's for sure. And a fly out there, Logan Broughton makes the catch.
The shortstop, number 5, Jet Collins.
Jet Collins, the batter now here for West Fargo, as they find themselves down 2-0 here on the Proceed scoreboard. Jet Collins represents batter 5 in the lineup here for the Aces. He'll take strike 1. Collins reached on an error and had a ground out to second in the game yesterday against the Post 2 Jets. The 0-1 pitch, and that'll come in for ball 1 to even up the count at a ball and a strike. So 4 more games tomorrow for you, with first pitch starting at 11 o'clock Central, or for our friends on the East Coast, 12 noon. And a strike is called. And we'll see if we have another 10-inning start to tomorrow like we did today. That was something else. That's my favorite game of the tournament so far. This one seems to be pretty enjoyable at the moment, too. And now Mitchell cannot get it over. McCall couldn't make the catch. And that'll be an error on the home team.
Number 14, Evan Krogan.
Evan Krogan now for West Fargo, as the Aces have a runner on now. Thanks to an error charged to the Haymakers. And a ball going to right, but it also is going foul. And had that stayed fair, it would be a 2-2 ball game right now. As Krogan got a nice swing on that one. And the pitch. Missed for a ball, 1-0. Krogan yesterday in the game against the Post 2 Jets had a hit into right field. He had a fly out to right field. He had a pop out to the third baseman. 1-1. He takes this one to right field, and that one is another one that goes foul and over the fence, and would have been a 2-2 game had that one stayed fair. So now, Maggio and the Haymakers might have to watch where they pitch the ball here to Krogan. He's shown he's had the ability to send it out. He hasn't been able to do it just yet, but... And he strikes him out. And that'll take care of that threat for the moment.
The right fielder, number 11, Luke Finn.
Luke Finn now, 22 minutes in, number 11. Double up his jersey number, and that's the time of the game right now. Brendan Maggio, 7 balls, 18 strikes on 25 throws so far. He's pitched 26, and it's in for strike 19. Nice block there by Cale Pearson, the catcher. Keep it in front of him and keep Collins on first. There is 2 outs. One the count. And that one's going to left field. That's going to be a base hit. As it goes all the way to the wall. And rounding third is Jet Collins, and he'll jet his way home on an RBI triple by Luke Finn. And the West Fargo Aces are on the board. It's 2-1.
Now batting the catcher, number 9, Espen Westby.
So West Fargo's tying run is on third with 2 outs. 90 feet away here. Espen Westby, the batter for the Aces. And he'll send it straight back and foul for strike number 1. That was a monster hit by Luke Finn. So he found the gap in left center and sent it all the way to the wall, and he put his foot on the gas and got himself to third base. And now all he has to hope for is for Westby to not strike out, and they could potentially tie this game. Ball 1. Maggio's going to try and change that. He has 3 strikeouts already. Can he get number 4 here? Yes, he can. He'll get him looking. And that will strand the runner on third. And we go to the middle of the second. Brendan Maggio's 4th strikeout on the Gordy's Travel Center strikeout counter. And that'll bring up Sam Cobbervig, Noah McCow, and Mason Bussey. Batters 7, 8, and 9 for Castleton when we return after this here on Magnitude Sports. Stay tuned.
Bar 9 in West Fargo is your stop for that pregame lunch and for the postgame celebration. With over 30 TVs, you can catch your team anytime. We have a delicious food menu including wings, pizza, sandwiches, and more. Enjoy it inside or head on outside, day or night, to relax in the comfort of our updated outdoor patio. We also have slots, blackjack, pull tabs, and all gaming proceeds earned go to support West Fargo baseball. So catch your team's game tonight at Bar 9, 1405 Prairie Parkway in West Fargo.
West Fargo Baseball wishes the Patriots, Aces, and Vets the best of luck in this year's tournaments. Welcome back on the Proceed scoreboard. It's Castleton Haymakers 2, the West Fargo Aces 1. 1 run on 1 hit, 1 error committed, 1 left on base. For Castleton, 2 runs on 2 hits, 1 error committed, and also left 1 on base. Outside of the scoreboard, it's been a pretty much even game here so far. Sam Cobbervig, the batter for Castleton, and that's inside, ball 1. I want to welcome everybody tuning in, whether you're cheering on the Aces, maybe from Bar 9 in West Fargo, or if you're cheering on the Haymakers from your home here in Castleton. Hard hit ball right over to Buffington. It's an easy 4-3 out.
First baseman, number 19, Noah Macau.
27 minutes into the game, 2-1 lead for Castleton. Noah Macau with one out now steps up to the plate. And Macau, bouncing ball to Collins at short. He fires it over, 6-3 ground out. Now Mason Bussey is the batter for Casselton.
14, Mason Bussey.
2 up, 2 down here for Casselton in the bottom of the second in a 2-1 ball game. Rademacher will set. And wind and deliver, and got it in there low for ball 1. I was waiting for that to be a delayed strike call. 1-0, in for a strike. Even at 1-1. 21 pitches for Rademacher, 15 have found the strike zone. There's strike 16 and a 1-2 count to Bussey. And that one over the head of Jet Collins into left field. It'll be scooped up on a couple bounces by Axel Anderson, and that'll hold Bussey to a single. And he gets on base. That brings up Logan Broughton back to the top of the order.
For the Haymakers, right fielder number 8, Logan Broughton.
Broughton singled into right field last time he was at the plate, more like right center to be more precise. And they got a runner on with 2 outs now here in a 1-run ball game, 2-1. The home crowd is anticipating a win here for the Haymakers, and the visiting crowd is hoping that the Aces can pull one off here on one of the top 3 seeded teams in the tournament. Aces come in 10-10 in conference play, ranked 6th in the tournament. Castleton 13-7 in conference play, ranked 3rd in the tournament. It's only a 3-win difference between these 2 teams playing right now. And in those 3 wins, you got 2 teams in the mix of the 4 and 5 spots. That tells you how tight this tournament actually is. Runner goes, fouled away, first base or third base side. And it's a quick 0-2 count here to Logan Broughton. Rademacher get a strikeout here and end the second inning of play. Leave that runner stranded on base. We'll find out. He's going to try and pick him off instead. Bussey back in time at first base. Look over his shoulder. Look over again, now deliver, and delivers low for ball 1. There you go. Something was a little off. I'm not sure if our camera got bumped or what. That looks better, I think. 1 ball, 2 strikes. And a hard hit ball bouncing towards third. Fuke picks it up and fires it over, delivers a strike to Krogan, and that will end the second inning of play. They strand one on base. And the 5-3 ground out will bring the bats of the Aces out with Axel Anderson, Trey Huzar, and James Buffington. Batters 9, 1, and 2 for West Fargo. Brendan Maggio with pitch 33 when we return after this here on Magnitude Sports. Stay tuned. It's Mike with Magnitude Sports. Check out this channel right here, Dakota Fins and Feathers Outdoors. It's owned and operated by a family in Bismarck, North Dakota that I've known for over 2 decades. Kids have grown up into fine young men, and during their high school careers, some of them even played games that were broadcasted on Magnitude Sports. If you like hunting, fishing, general outdoor life, sunrise, sunset, everything hunting and fishing related, dogs, hunting dogs, they're the best. Then check out the channel and show them some love. Go to Fins and Feathers Outdoors. Subscribe to him today.
We take great pride in really doing all the research and the work behind the scenes to make sure that our products just work.
We have our own staff member that helps pick the hybrids and the varieties that work in our area. It's meant for you, not for somebody 200 miles away.
We test our seed locally. We produce our seed locally, so we get to see our production fields, where they need to be, and if they work there.
Need seed? Think ProSeed. ProSeed.net. Great seed at a reasonable price.
Welcome back. It's Axel Anderson stepping into the batter's box here for the West Fargo Aces. 2-1 lead for the Castleton Haymakers here in the final game of Day 2 of the East Region Tournament. The winner of this one will play at 6:30 tomorrow against the Devils Lake Storm, who just pretty much came out and embarrassed Kindred 12-2 in 6 innings. And really, it's more fault to Kindred's disastrous top of the third in that particular game where they committed 6 errors in the same inning. Well, Kindred will shake that one off and come back though, but yeah, I don't think a lot of people expected that one to turn out the way it did. 1-2 to count here to Axel Anderson. And now 2-2. And this one's going to center. And the catch is made there by Carter Vercoda. And that puts out 1 on the board.
At the top of the order for the Aces, center fielder number 3, Trey Hussar.
Trey Hussar grounded out to second base on a 4-3 last time he was at the plate. We're 34 minutes into the ball game now. Ball 1 to Trey Hussar. Once again, he grounded out to second last time up as we return to the top of the order for the first time here and for the West Fargo Aces. 1-0 pitch, fouled away, 1-1. So here's what we got on tap for you tomorrow. 11 a.m., it's the Fargo Post-funded Astros versus the Fargo Post 2 Bombers. Winner moves on, loser's done for the season. And then at 1:30 p.m., it'll be Kindred versus one of these two teams. And the winner of that game will move on. The loser will be done unless the loser's Kindred. Well, Kindred will still be done, but they'll still move on to the state tournament. And then at 4 o'clock tomorrow, as this one's going out to center, and once again, Vercoda's there for the catch for out number 2. And then at 4 o'clock tomorrow, it'll be Wapton Post 20.
Buffington.
Up against the West Fargo Vets. And then at 6:30 tomorrow, it'll be the Devils Lake Storm taking on one of these two teams, whichever team comes out the winner in this one. 2 away as Hussar flies out to center. James Buffington takes the first pitch for a strike. So once again, 11 a.m., 1:30 p.m., 4 p.m., 6:30 p.m., barring any extra innings that may push those a little bit later. And there's a base hit in the right field. He snuck it by a diving Noah McCow at first base, and it's a base hit for the West Fargo Aces.
Third baseman number 21, Cooper Fuchs.
Cooper Fuchs now, check that, he did not reach base. He struck out looking last time he was at the plate. Pickoff attempt at first, and back in time is Buffington. So 6 games today for you on Magnitude. We have 5 for you tomorrow, the 4 here, plus we have a double-A game. It's a 9-inning affair between the Fargo Post 400 Stars and the West Fargo Patriots to wrap up regular season. That particular game does not count towards conference standings, though, by the way. 0-1 the count now here to Cooper Fuchs. And that one hits the netting for strike 2 on the fouled away pitch. So Aces fans, if you know anybody who is a Patriot fan, we got that game for you tomorrow night on Magnitude Sports. Once again, it's a 9-inning game against the Post 400 Stars from Starry & Bank Field in Fargo. 0-2 the count now here to Fuchs. And he'll foul it away and stay alive for at least one more pitch. Brendan Maggio, according to my numbers, this next pitch will be pitch 45. And that one's going up. Center field, catch is made by Verkota. Verkota makes catches 1, 2, and 3 for outs 1, 2, and 3 here in the middle of the third. So the fly out to center by Fuchs will bring up Carter Maggio, Carter Verkota, and Braden Mitchell, 2, 3, and 4. When we return from the break here on Magnitude Sports. Stay tuned.
You have options when it comes to purchasing your crop inputs. At Maple River Grain and Agronomy, it's our goal to provide our member owners with the best possible customer service from people that you know and trust who grew up around here and know what it takes to run a successful farming business year-round. The team at Maple River Grain and Agronomy can anticipate our customers' needs. They now serve the DGF and Barnesville communities, as well as Rothsay and Sabin, plus many other locations across North Dakota and Minnesota. Visit mrga.com today to learn more about Maple River Grain and Agronomy.
Gordy's Travel Plaza continues to improve products and services. Now open is the Beer Cave with wines and spirits. Pick up a fresh-made Sandy's donut along with a fresh bean-to-cup coffee or espresso. How about our tasty popcorn with warm butter on top, or cool down with the all-new Fresh Blend shakes, smoothies, frappes, frazzles, and more. Now open is Champ's Chicken, Hangar 54 Pizza, and Hot Mex Express. We are excited for you to try out the all-new items at Gordy's Travel Plaza in Castleton, serving Castleton and the surrounding communities for over 55.
All right, welcome back. First pitch there, Carter Maggio will come in for ball 1. Maggio doubled the left field last time he was at the plate. 1-0 the count now here to Maggio. Carter Verkota and Braden Mitchell this inning as well for the Haymakers. And the 1-0 pitch, and that one sliced foul down the third baseline, 1-1. Swing and a miss, strike 2. One-two delivery. Swung on right back up the middle, chops up over the pitcher's mound into shallow center field. It's a base hit. And now a runner on first.
The center fielder, number 3, Carter Verkota.
So a hopper into shallow center. puts Maggio on base. Carter Maggio on first. Now Carter Vercoda, the batter here for Castleton. I almost said Central Cass. I don't think that would have upset anybody, but you never know. Strike one. If you're just tuning in, Castleton got 2 in the bottom of the first. West Fargo got 1 back on the top of the second. So far, neither team scored here in the third. But a runner on with nobody out and an 0-1 count here to Vercoda. And now Vercoda's going to smash that one out into center field. Catch is made there. Maggio will stay put on first. 1 out and brings up Braden Mitchell.
The shortstop, number 6, Braden Mitchell.
Mitchell flied out to right field last time he was at the plate. Here's the 0-1 delivery, maybe soon. Now it comes. And he tried to hit that outer edge, but it was a little bit low. And it's ball 1 and strike 1 here to Mitchell. 1 away if no double plays happen. Eli Boer would be the next batter here for the Haymakers. One ball, 1 strike, 1 out, 1 runner on in a 1-run ball game. And the ones across the board is just erased with ball 2. Two-one. Hard hit ball, diving attempt there by Buffington, but it sneaks by him into right field. Rounding third is Carter, or rounding second, heading into third is Carter Maggio, and it's a base hit and a single for Braden Mitchell. Puts runners on the corners for Eli Boer. If Buffington would have had 1 step to his left, he maybe would have snagged that one
Eli Boer
for out number 2. And who knows, Braden Mitchell, or Carter Maggio was far enough off the bag, potential double play opportunity there. They're gonna call a balk, and that will score a run. That makes it 3-1 Casselton now. And now the West Fargo coach is going to come out here and have some thoughts of his own on that balk call here. And I can guarantee you that the West Fargo coach is not too thrilled. Now the 2 umpires will get together here. Maybe to deplete his case enough. That's the question. And things are going to stand as is. It's 3-1 Casselton. Some cheers from the Castleton fans and some silent disappointment from the West Fargo fans in attendance. And that pitch will come in for a ball. It's 1-0 here to Eli Boer. He reached on an error last time he was at the plate. 2-0 here to Eli Boer. And strike is called. 2-1. And over the head of Jack Collins into left center. Rounding third is Braden Mitchell. He will score. Throw to second, not in time. It's an RBI double.
Now batting the pitcher, number 13, Brendan Maggio.
All right, Brendan Maggio 0 for 1, grounded out on a 6-3 to the shortstop, Jack Collins, last time he was at the plate. 4-1 lead now for Castleton here on the Proceed scoreboard. And that pitch will just miss for ball 1. Here's the 1-1 pitch as he looks back at the runner on second. Westby able to block it in front of him for ball 2 and keep Boer on second base. 1 out, 2 balls and a strike. 4-1 game. This Castleton slowly but surely looks like they're trying to break this one apart. And we talked about it in the pregame show, or at least I thought I did, because we somehow got streaming but never got on the air. So I'm not sure if that part of the pregame show was actually on or not. Ooh, barely missed hitting him. He would have been on base either way. But one of the things that I was intending to say during the pregame show, during the keys of the game, that we didn't, now that I say keys to the game, I remember that we never actually did those once we actually did get on the air.
Number 7, Josiah Crandall, courtesy running to the pitcher, Brendan Maggio at first for the Haymakers.
More on that thought here in just a moment. One ball, no strike to Sam Cobbervig, who grounded out to second last time he was at the plate. Drawing a blank on what I was saying earlier after I had to take off my headset and ask a question. If I come back to it, I will let you know. Keys of the game. There we go. We talked about if one of these teams could get like a 2 or 3 run lead early, that might be enough to secure the W. And right now, Castleton has gained that slight edge. Now it's a matter of if West Fargo can cut into the deficit or not. First, they got to go back to the dugout and get their bats in order to do that. These two teams played about a little over a week ago, I believe it was, at Young Field in West Fargo. That pitch will miss outside, and it's 2 balls and two strikes. And a hard hit bouncing ball to third, mishandled, grabbed by the shortstop. Everybody is safe. There was nobody at third for Jet Collins to throw to, and his momentum was taking him further away from first base. And had he thrown it over there, it may have ended up in an error. And they're going to call that a base hit for Sam Cobbervig. So now the bases are loaded here with one out for Castleton. Noah Macau, for one, grounded out to the shortstop last time he was at the plate. Strike one, nice pitch. And West Fargo fans wanted a strike called there, and they didn't get one. Could look down just in front of her press box and see a few West Fargo fans with their hands in the air, one to the right side, one to the left side of their forehead. And now Macau will reach base, and that makes it 5-1 on the hit by a pitch. That scores Eli Boer from third. And now we have a visit from the West Fargo coach, as they'll come out to the mound here and chat things over, and maybe not a pitching change. Let's see what the coach decides to do here. And he's just going to go up and talk. He'll put his hands in his left and right pockets, so he will not be asking for the ball. And this visit to the mound for the West Fargo Aces brought to you by the Marsh McLennan Agency of Fargo. You can visit them online at marshmma.com to learn about the services they can provide for you in the Fargo, West Fargo, Moorhead, and surrounding area. Once again, their website is marshmma.com. And this visit to the mound for the West Fargo Aces has been presented to you by the Marsh McLennan Agency of Fargo. Bases loaded. Josiah Crandall on third. Sam Cobbervig on second. Noah Macau on first. Mason Bussey, the batter now. 1 for 1 with a single to left field last time he was at the plate. The pitch just missed for a ball, 1-0. And the 1-0 comes in at about knee level for strike one. And right back to, and he gets the out at first, run scores. Josiah Crandall scores on the RBI ground out by Bussey.
Logan Broughton.
And if you think hard enough about it, you could almost charge an error there, because if Rademacher would have picked that up on the first attempt, it could have been a possible 1-3-2 double play. But the error will go uncharged. Ouch! That is a hit by a pitch, and that's one of the louder hit by a pitches I've witnessed this season. And now he'll reload the bases as Logan Broughton reaches first with a possible bruise on his left arm now. And Stone Cold Carter Maggio will step up to the plate, and he's been stone cold from the box today. He's 2 for 2 with a double to left and a single to center. And he's going to get a single to right, and it gets by Luke Finn. Cobbervig scores, so does Macau, And rounding third is Logan Broughton. It's a 3-run RBI triple for Carter Maggio. And that makes the score 9-1 now here in favor of Castleton. And if Luke Finn would have just let that bounce in front of him and picked it up off a hop, 1 run would score, maybe 2, but 3 wouldn't have scored. And because he dived and it got past him, that allowed the 3 runs to come in, and Carter Maggio gets the 3-run triple. And it's Carter Vercoda who will be the batter, but first I think we have a pitching change here for the Aces. You see that occasionally from an outfielder who'll try and dive for it to make that big play, and then instead of making a big defensive play, it turns into a big offensive play for the opposing team. And that's exactly what happened on that scenario there. Like I said, if he would have let it bounce in front of him, 1 run was going to score for sure, maybe 2, but the 3rd run definitely wouldn't have scored.
Your attention, please. Now pitching for the West Fargo Aces, number 3, Trey Hussar.
So Trey Hussar will come in from center field and take over on the mound here for West Fargo as they find themselves down 9-1 as they've given up 7 runs here in the bottom of the 3rd. And the 3rd inning has been trouble for almost every team in today's game. In today's games. Multiple, plural. Kindred gave up a handful of runs, 9 runs in the top of the 3rd. The Aces gave up 7 runs here in the bottom of the 3rd. And in our game earlier, it was Wahpeton who gave up some runs in the 3rd. And in our second game today, between the Bombers and the Vets, I can't remember what happened in that game. I think something happened in the 3rd of that game, but I can't remember.
Carter Vercoda.
All right, Carter Vercoda now will step up to the plate here for the Haymakers. Nine runs on 8 hits now here for Casselton. As we've hit the 1 hour mark of this ball game. And I mentioned a little bit ago that if you get that 2-3 run edge, that you could possibly be enough to get the win. And there's still some baseball to be played, obviously, here, but Casselton well out in front now with that misjudgment by right fielder Luke Finn. And, you know, not to pound it into him or anything, but, you know, it's a lesson learned. Let's put it that way. He probably won't do that again now that it's happened once. And that's usually what happens with those outfielders on plays like that.
And the shortstop, number 6, Braden Mitchell.
So Braden Mitchell steps up to the plate now with runners on the corners, and still, there is 2 outs. Forgot that they got that force out a little bit earlier this inning here. 1 out, 1 hour, 1 minute. Pitch is low, ball 1 to Braden Mitchell. Once again, broadcast coverage brought to you by Gordy's Travel Plaza in Castleton, Castleton Lumber, along with Red Baron in Castleton. I went to Red Baron last night after the 3 games here and had the steak bites, and those are really good. So if you go there, I'd recommend that. I've heard some of the other things are there pretty good there too. I personally haven't tried them yet, but next thing I try, I'll let you know what I think. 1 ball, no strike here to Braden Mitchell as they investigate a ball here and make sure it's in good enough condition to be used for play. There's a strike. Mitchell's 1 for 2. He would fly out to right and he'd get a single to right in that order on his 2 plate appearances so far. Ball number 2. And a swing and a miss, and that'll be tipped foul, and that means Vercoda will have to go back to first. He'll make it a 2-2 count. Two balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs, 2 runners on. Swing and a miss. And that will be out number 3. They'll strand those 2 runners on base. They end the 3rd, but they get 7 across the plate here in the bottom of the 3rd. And a big inning for Castleton gives them a comfortable 9-1 lead going into the 4th. We'll see if the Aces can respond and get some of those back when we return after the break here on Magnitude Sports. Stay tuned.
Gordy's Travel Plaza continues to improve products and services. Now open is the Beer Cave with wines and spirits. Pick up a fresh-made Sandy's donut along with a fresh bean-to-cup coffee or espresso. How about our tasty popcorn with warm butter on top, or cool down with the all-new Fresh Blend shakes, smoothies, frappes, frazzles, and more. Now open is Champ's Chicken, Hangar 54 Pizza, and Hot Mex Express. We are excited for you to try out the all-new items at Gordy's Travel Plaza in Casselton.
All right, Caden Olson will lead it off here for the West Fargo Aces, trailing 9-1 on the Proceed scoreboard here in the top of the 4th. And he'll foul that first pitch away for a strike. He would fly out to Logan Broughton in right field last time he was at the plate. Faces the 0-1 count now outside, even up at 1-1 now. We had a 10-inning game to start our day here. And Jim just asked me if I thought the end of the day would end in a 5-inning game, which would be half the length of the first game. And I just kind of chuckled. I said, I guess we'll find out. Two-1. And this one is just over the head of Sam Cobbervig, and it'll be a base hit in the right field for Caden Olson.
The shortstop, number 5, Jet Collins.
Jet Collins. Get the complimentary Luke Combs walk-up song. And he'll take one to left, and jogging back is the shortstop, Braden Mitchell, to make the catch. Charging in quickly was Mason Bussey, the left fielder.
First baseman, number 14, Evan Krogan.
So Collins will pop out to the shortstop and shallow left. Krogan stays, or check that, Olson stays put on first, and now Evan Krogan, the batter, 0 for 1, struck out looking last time he was at the plate, and he takes a strike looking here, 0-1. According to my numbers, that was pitch 50 for Maggio. 38 strikes, 12 balls on those 50 tosses. 1-1 now to Evan Krogan. And a hard hit ball to second. Bouncing ball to second and back to first. 4-6-3 double play ends the top of the fourth. They strand nobody on base as Krogan to the second baseman, to the shortstop, and back over to first. 4-6-3 on the double play, and that brings up Eli Boer, Brendan Maggio, and Sam Combervig. 5, 6, and 7 for Castleton. When we return after this here on the Magnitude Sports Network. Stay tuned. We'll be right back.
Bar 9 in West Fargo is your stop for that pregame lunch and for the postgame celebration. With over 30 TVs, you can catch your team anytime. We have a delicious food menu including wings, pizza, sandwiches, and more. Enjoy it inside or head on outside, day or night, to relax in the comfort of our updated outdoor patio. We also have slots, blackjack, pull tabs, and all gaming proceeds earned go to support West Fargo baseball. So catch your team's game tonight at Bar 9, 1405 Prairie Parkway in West Fargo.
West Fargo Baseball wishes the Patriots, Aces, and Vets the best of luck in this year's tournaments. To the home half of the fourth, the Haymakers up 9-1 here on the Proceed scoreboard. 1 hour and 8 minutes into this ball game. First pitch comes in for a strike on this is check that, number 2. Yep, it is Eli Boer. Reached on an air, doubled the left. 0-1 now. Trey Huzar will deliver a pop out there to Collins. He makes the catch a couple steps back into left center field. So it'll be a pop out to the shortstop.
The pitcher, number 13, Brendan Maggio.
Brendan Maggio now 0 for 1, ground out to third and a walk last time he was at the plate. This will be his first plate appearance against Trey Huzar. Pitch comes way outside for a ball, 1-0. That one will miss. 2 balls and a strike. Here to Brendan Maggio. Oh, okay. So just read your comment, Jim, on the line from the, how did you put it? Behind the plate area all the way to the left center field wall. Looks can be deceiving, Jim. I'll put it that way. There's kind of a line through the netting right behind the home plate. And it goes from maybe the bottom right third of your screen up to the upper left corner. And that's probably the line that you're thinking of there. Yeah, that's exactly the line you're thinking of. That is just a little fluke in the netting behind the backstop here. And he got hit with a pitch, apparently, as he'll take off. Or, no, that was ball 3, so that was ball 4, and he'll walk. Either way, he's going to first. Yeah, it took me a moment. I read it, and I was like, not sure what he's talking about.
For the pitcher, Brendan Maggio at first for the Haymakers. Now batting second baseman, number 5, Sam Combervig.
But yeah, no, I see what you're saying now, Jim, and so if you look down at the bottom of your screen, you see the 3 fence posts. Third one from the left. You'll see that line starts to go up. That's actually on the back of the netting. It is not a line on the Apparently the net has been stretched out to form that line. And a strike is called. 1-1. I've seen that line before, but I never really paid attention to it, mainly because I'm up here right behind the backstop, and the first time I saw that line, I knew exactly what it was. And nobody ever brought it up, so when it was brought up, I was like, what? 1 ball, 1 strike as they try the pickoff on Maggio on first. And a strike is called. 1-2 the count now. And that one's going right field and foul, and almost banked off the roof of the ambulance that's sitting out there. As you can see, one of the kids going to grab that one. Kid was speedy, got it back to the Castleton dugout already. I'm pretty impressed. That was pretty far out there. Guy must have had a couple Red Bulls in him. I mean, he really got that back quickly. And a strikeout. Strikeout looking. It's the second strikeout for
First baseman, number
West Fargo
19,
pitchers.
Noah Macau.
The first one for Trey Huzar on the Gordy's Travel Plaza strikeout counter. And that puts the first out of the second out of the inning on the board. Noah Macau now ground out to the shortstop, and he was hit by a pitch. And he takes strike 1 here. Once again, the runner on for Castleton is Brendan Maggio on first. That pitch is a hair high for a ball, and a hair high with some sarcasm, as that was really high. 1-1 the count. Swing and a miss, strike 2. The 1-2, and that one's fouled away. And it hits the backstop of Ready Tech Field. It is a secondary softball field here at Castleton. They have an all-turf softball field, and then right to the right of that, they have a dirt and grass softball field. And they use that second field for tournaments and tournament invites and stuff like that. 2 balls and 2 strikes. The count here to Noah Macau. And that's outside, and it's a full count now here to Noah Macau. Once again, we want to welcome our friends watching from Boston's Pizza in West Fargo, as well as Bar 9 in West Fargo. No, the scoreboard isn't looking too favorable for smiles on your faces at the moment, but the bright news is that if they lose, they're still in it tomorrow and have a chance to at least place as high as 3rd.
Left fielder number 14, Mason Bussey.
So the walk will put 2 runners on here. Brendan Maggio advances up to second on the walk to Macau, and Mason Bussey 1 for 2, single to left, ground out to the pitcher. 1 hour, 17 minutes, time of the game. This one popped up, fouled away for strike 1. First base side. the throw to third. Nice grab there by Cooper Fuchs. Pitch comes outside for a ball, 1-1. That softball field I was telling you about just a moment ago, the all-turf one, Magnitude Sports called the first ever home run on that field when it opened up. It was hit by Matty Sweep about 4 or 5 years ago, maybe 6 years ago. It was a 2-run homer. I forget the team they were playing, but I remember that home run was the first ever home run hit on that field. Of course, Central Castleton fans likely know who I'm talking about when I say the name Matty Sweet. Swing and a miss, strike 3. Strikeout number 3 for Trey, number 2 for Trey Huzar, number 3 for West Fargo pitchers on the Gordy's Travel Plaza strikeout counter. And on the Red Baron line score, after 4 complete, it's the Castleton Haymakers 9 and the West Fargo Aces 1 here on the Magnitude Sports Network. We'll stay tuned here, and we'll be back with that 5th inning in just a moment here on Magnitude Sports. Stay tuned.
Boston Pizza harnessed Fanalytics to help optimize no-look dipping. Ooh, making adjustments so you can stay focused on the game. The playoffs at Boston Pizza, powered by Fanalytics.
At Boston's, we make crowd pleasers. Like this.
Yes. Woo!
And these.
So good!
And definitely this.
I love you! Woo!
Stop by or book your catering order online and we'll make you a fan.
Hi, it's Dr. Tiffany Johnson from Healing Touch Chiropractic in West Fargo. What impact I want to make, how my office is different, how my niche is different. It is all about giving people hope and helping them believe that their bodies were made to heal.
Let me show you how your life can change through chiropractic at Healing Touch Chiropractic.
All right, welcome back. Luke Finn, the batter. He had that huge triple to left center a couple innings ago. Still a little bit of time here for West Fargo to try and get themselves back into this one here. That 7-run bottom of the third is what hurt them. Before that, it was a 2-1 ball game. Swing and a miss for a strike, and it's 2 balls and a strike now here to Luke Finn. We're an hour and 20 minutes into the ball game. And that one will not sneak by Macau, and he'll underhand it there to Maggio with a 3-1 throwout.
Now batting number 24, Hudson Dinger.
So 1 out now. And into the number 8 spot in the batting lineup for Espen Westby is Hudson Dinger. In the game against the Post 2 Jets yesterday, Dinger had a fly out to left and a fly out to right. First pitch is in for a ball to Hudson Dinger, 1-0. One ball, one strike. 2-1 pitch, bouncing ball to short. Picked up there by Mitchell. Fires it over, got it. Mitchell to Macau on the 6-3. And that brings up Axel Anderson. 1 hour and 22 minutes, time of the game now. Anderson with a deep fly out to center to Carter Vicorda, part of an inning where Vicorda caught 3 flyouts for outs 1, 2, and 3. And nobody else on the diamond had any action for Castleton in that particular half inning. This one fouled away, and it's a 1-ball, 1-strike count now to Axel Anderson. No runners on, 2 away here. And a strike is called. One, 2. Swing and a miss. And that's another strikeout on the Gordy's Travel Plaza strikeout counter for Castleton. And that ends the top of the 5th. 9-1 after 4.5 here on the Red Barons line score. And we'll be back with more in just a moment here on Magnitude Sports. Stay tuned.
Boston Pizza harnessed Fanalytics to help optimize no-look dipping. Ooh, making adjustments so you can stay focused on the game. The playoffs at Boston Pizza, powered by Fanalytics.
At Boston's, we make crowd pleasers. Like this.
Yes. Woo!
And these.
So good!
And definitely this.
I love you! Woo!
Stop by or book your catering order online and we'll make you a fan.
Fargo Baseball wishes the Patriots, Aces, and Vets the best of luck in this year's tournaments. All right, welcome back. Logan Broughton will be your leadoff batter here for Castleton at the bottom of the 5th. Castleton scores 2. It's game over. Pitch is outside for a ball. So, Jim, maybe is the answer to your question from earlier. 1-0 the count here. Now he fouls it off for a 1-1 count. Logan Broughton's 1 for 2. He would single to right center. Then he would ground out to third, and then he'd get hit by a pitch. And this one's going out to right field, and right behind the post, he did not make the catch, right? I couldn't see it. It was behind the post. He did not. Yeah, he dropped it. Okay. So that'll be an error on West Fargo.
Third baseman, number 1, Carter Maggio.
Charge that error to the right fielder. And now a visit to the mound here for West Fargo to the triumphant and emphatic walk-up music of Brendan Maggio. or Carter Maggio, excuse me. Got the two Maggio brothers mixed up there for a moment. And that'll do it for Trey Hussar. They're going to bring in a new pitcher here. And it looks like it's possibly Brody Medina. I think it was number 1. Oh, no, it's not number 1. I misread the jersey number. It is actually Austin O'Lean.
Your attention, please. Now pitching for West Fargo Aces, number 8, Austin O'Lean.
All right, confirmed with a West Fargo parent. That is indeed Austin O'Lean. I didn't have him on my roster, but manually have entered him in now. Hey, with 11 teams, if there's only been 2 players I've had to manually enter, I'd say that's pretty decent. So Austin O'Lean will get some warm-up pitches here, and he's going to need those warm-up pitches. He'll face Carter Maggio, who is a home run shy of the cycle. He has a single, a double, and a triple in this game. That's probably the closest I've seen a player get to the cycle. Usually it's something odd, like they'll get the home run, they'll get the double, they'll get the triple, but for the life of them, they can't get the single. you would think the easiest of that cycle would be the single, and the hardest would be the home run, but in most cases, it's that single that eludes a batter on the cycle. But he got the double the first time up to left center. He got the single the second time up to shallow center. He got the triple to deep right last time he was at the plate. And wouldn't it be something if he could complete the cycle in walk-off fashion with a 2-run home run? That would be chopped out into the highlight reel for sure if that were to happen. He'll get a second dose of his stone cold walk-up music. And Carter Maggio, home run shy of the cycle. See what happens here. That one will bounce off. Taking off for second is Rotten. One ball, no strike. This will likely be the last time we see Maggio at the plate batting. And a strike is called. Depending on how the rest of this inning goes, and if West Fargo could score another run, then we might reach a point where Maggio would reach base again. But the other thing is, for the players that have come close to completing the cycle, I've never seen a player complete the cycle going 4 for 4. Right now he has 3/4 of that cycle going 3 for 3. Double, single, triple. 2 balls and a strike here to Carter Maggio. And that one's hit up high. And that is a fly out, and he'll throw it in quickly here. The runner will go to third, and he's safe.
Center fielder number 3, Carter Vercoda.
So likely no cycle opportunity for Carter Maggio today, although you had maybe a slight hope on that fly ball to center field there, but center field's actually the hardest part to hit one out, as that's the furthest you have to go. Right field, I don't see numbers on the lines here, but based on eyeballing it, I'd say right field's the shortest. Left field's second shortest, and straightaway center's the longest. If I had to make a guess, I'd say it's about 320 down the right field line, maybe 335, and about 380 to straightaway center. That'd be my guess. With without the numbers actually being on there. I was just told it was 340 to center. I got right field right on. I got left field pretty close. Swing and a miss, strike two. I believe it's strike two anyway. It's either 2-1 or 2-2. And that one's going to the right center, and it will be caught on the run by Luke Finn. Runner will tag.
The shortstop, number 6, Braden Mitchell.
And it's now 10-1. So no runners on base, and Braden Mitchell 1 for 3. Fly out to right, a single to right, and struck out swinging in that order. 1 ball, no strike. And the 1-0. Ripped hard down the first base line, but pushed foul. And it's 1-1. If Castleton scores one more run, it would be a walk-off win here in the bottom of the 5th. And that's a base hit in the center field. It's going to be a single, and that winning run is now on base.
Designated hitter number 2, Eli Boer.
Eli Boer 1 for 3. Reached base on an error, then he doubled the left, and then he would fly out, pop out into shallow left to the shortstop on his most recent trip to the plate. Two outs, high hit ball. Racing after it, and it'll drop foul. Good thing that fence has a little bit of give on it, too. Oh, 0-1 on that 309-foot strike to left field. And that'll miss for a ball. 1-1 to Eli Boer. If Boer can reach base, it'd be Brendan Maggio on deck. Sam Cobbervig would follow if we have to go that far into the lineup. Two and 1. Two away, runner on first is Mitchell. They try and pick him off, and he's back in time. Boer will face the 2-1 pitch here from Austin O'Lean. Boer sends it to left. And it's caught by Axel Anderson, and will play the 6th inning. With a 9-run lead here for the Casselton Haymakers. They couldn't quite finish it off in 5, and we'll go to the 6th. 10-1 on the Red Baron scoreboard after 5 complete. Here on the Magnitude Sports Network. Stay tuned, we'll be back in a moment.
You have options when it comes to purchasing your crop inputs. At Maple River Grain and Agronomy, it's our goal to provide our member owners with the best possible customer service from people that you know and trust who grew up around here and know what it takes to run a successful farming business year-round. The team at Maple River Grain and Agronomy can anticipate our customers' needs. They now serve the DGF and Barnesville communities, as well as Rothsay and Sabin, plus many other locations across North Dakota and Minnesota. Visit mrga.com today to learn more about Maple River Grain and Agronomy.
Doolittle's Wood-Fired Grill is an experience that ignites your senses, featuring wood-fired rotisserie cooking. Grilling meat over an open flame creates that savory wood-roasted flavor, while the rotisserie rotation results in juicy and succulent meats. Doolittle's even has an outdoor fire pit that creates a relaxing setting to wine and dine for any occasion. Visit DoolittlesRestaurants.com for a full menu or to make a reservation. Doolittle's Wood-Fire Grill, 2112 25th Street South in Fargo, or call ahead at 701-478-2200.
All right, welcome back. Top of the sixth. If you take away the bottom of the third, it's a 3-1 game. Keep that in the back of your head. Pitch is high for a ball, 1-0. The count now here to Trey Huzar is 0 for 2. He would fly out, or he would ground out to second his first time up, and he'd fly out to center his second time up. 1-0, and this one popped up, and it will be out of play. Nobody can make a play on that one, and it'll be 1 ball, 1 strike. Here to Trey Huzar. We'll see James Buffington and Cooper Fuchs this inning, pending changes. Brendan Maggio on the mound here with pitch 67, according to my numbers. Coming up here. And he'll catch the edge for a strike, and it's 1-2. And that one's going to right field. And it will land for a base hit. It is a ground. See, yeah, no, I wasn't sure if it went over the wall or not. So it's not a ground rule double. It's just a straight base hit.
Second baseman, number 4, James Buffington.
Never mind. It's no base hit. He caught it. So it's a deep fly out to center for Huzar. And it puts one out on the board. My apologies there. I zoomed in and I apparently didn't see him catch it. And a strike is called. James Buffington, the batter, 1 for 2, struck out looking, and then he singled to right field on his 2 trips to the plate. Now he takes strike 2 looking. Swing and a miss, and it's a strikeout for Brendan Maggio.
Now batting number
6
21, Cooper Fuchs.
on the Gordy's Travel Plaza strikeout counter. 10-1 lead for Castleton on the Proceed scoreboard. Hour and 40 minutes time of the game so far. Cooper Fuchs, the batter, and that pitch will miss for a ball, 1-0. Fuchs 0 for 2, struck out looking and flied out to center. And a strike is called, 1-1. And that one's fouled off into the football field. There's actually some people playing some football on the football field too. So the softball field is turf, the football field is turf, and they're waiting to see when they might be able to pull the trigger on the baseball field for turf. They haven't been able to do it just yet. Two balls, 2 strikes, and that one's a base hit in the gap over the head of the shortstop into left field. Center fielder Carter Verkota will slide into it, and at the second base, that was a close call. He almost got tagged out, but Fuchs will earn himself a double. And we'll see if West Fargo can capitalize on this or not.
Hitter number 10, Caden Olson.
Caden Olson now for West Fargo will step up to the plate. He's 1 for 2. Fly out to right. Got a single just over the head of Sam Coppervig, the second baseman, last time he was at the plate. And Caden Olson will get the complimentary walk-up song of Corey Hart's Sunglasses at Night. One of my favorites from the late early 80s, 1 year before the mid 80s, let's put it that way. 0-1 delivery. Sent up high and fouling out of play. And that kid right there is gonna go get it. Looks like he's gonna be beat out by a couple other kids. One ball and 2 strikes now. One's popped up, and that one will be a freebie for one of the youngsters out there. Red shirt, red hat. I like that combination. Stays 1-2 with that fouled away pitch to Caden Olson here. If Caden Olson can reach base, Jack Collins is a scheduled batter next here for West Fargo. And that pitch is outside. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs, runner on second. That runner is Cooper Fuchs on second for West Fargo. 1 hour and 44 minutes into the ball game now. And a shot right back to Maggio. And Maggio to Macau for the 1-3 ground out. They'll strand 1 on base. We go to the middle of the 6th. And Castleton needs 1 to walk it off and win. We'll see if they get that or if we'll go to the 7th. We'll be back in a moment here on the Magnitude Sports Network. Stay tuned. We'll be right back.
I think what makes Proceed win is we're different than the other companies in many ways with our programming, our simplicity, our non-corporate attitudes, and our personal relationship building.
What Proceed is, we bring back the old-fashioned seed buying experience. We're true seedsmen. We care about everything from the sale to the planting to following up afterwards. That's what we're all about, is just trying to bring that experience back to a personal level.
Need seed? Think Proceed. Proceed.net, great seed at a reasonable price.
Chiropractic.
All right, welcome back. Austin O'Lean, only 16 pitches, 7 balls, 9 strikes, and he'll be replaced now by Caden Olson. He'll take over on the mound. Let's see, we have a new center fielder, too. He actually came in a couple innings ago. And we'll see here if we can get a number on that center fielder without our camera getting too blurry. Possibly number 9. Not sure. We'll figure it out later here. Don't want you to miss any of the action. That pitch missed for a ball. It's 1-0. Brendan Maggio's the batter, 0 for 1. Grounded out to short, and since then he's been walked twice. 1 hour, 47 minutes time of the game. And the 2-0 pitch comes in for a strike, and it's 2-1. Sam Coppervig and Noah Macau. We'll see those batters for sure. We'll see if we go any deeper than that or not. Unless Maggio hits a solo home run, then we won't see either of those two batters, so maybe I shouldn't say for sure. And as I say that, he'll crank one out to right field, and the catch is made by Luke Finn.
Second baseman, number 5, Sam Cobbervig.
It's either 3 or 9 out in center field. See if I got either one of those. Trey Huzar. Yep, it is Trey Huzar out in center field. And a strike is called, and it is 0-1 here to Sam Cobbervig. 0-2. Cobbervig 1 for 3, grounded out to the second baseman, infield single towards third, and struck out looking. 0-2 now, he's down on the count again on the risk of another strikeout. And he's gonna pop that one up, right field. Foul territory, and Luke Finn makes the catch for out number 2.
First baseman, number 19, Noah Macau.
And Noah Macau will be the batter now. Macau for 1, grounded out to short. He was hit by a pitch, and then he was walked. 1 ball, no strike. And did he check his swing? First base coach says yeah, or first base umpire says no, and it's a strike. 1 ball, 1 strike. And a swing and a miss for strike 2. And that one will skip through into the backstop. Ball 2 will even up the count at 2 balls, 2 strikes. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. No runners on. 10-1 ball game here on your Proceed scoreboard. 10 runs on 9 hits. And a swing and a miss and a strikeout. It's the first one for Caden Olson.
Haymakers 10 and the West Fargo Aces 1. Let's go to the 7th inning.
And that'll end the 6. 10-1 your score on the Red Baron scoreboard after Red Baron line score after 6 complete. We'll take a break. We'll come back with the 7th. The Aces need 9 to force the bottom of the 7th. We'll see if they can do it when we return after this here on Magnitude Sports. Stay tuned.
Sweet Shots is Fargo's premier golf entertainment destination. Sweet Shots will host your birthday, bachelorette party, corporate events, date nights, or a night out with friends and family. Need help with your golf game? Visit with one of Sweet Shots' PGA teaching pros. Hungry? They have a full food and beverage menu too. Try your shot in one of 60 climate control hitting suites or one of 5 indoor full swing simulators that include golf, hockey, hunting, football, soccer, and zombie dodgeball. Make the trip to 3400 James Way South in Fargo or visit sweetshots.com for much more. Hey, it's Mike with Magnitude Sports. Check out this channel right here, Dakota Fins and Feathers Outdoors. It's owned and operated by a family in Bismarck, North Dakota that I've known for over 2 decades. Kids have grown up into fine young men.
All right, they're going to go to the top of the 7th a little bit quicker than expected here, so we'll make it up to our friends at Dakota Fins and Feathers. Probably in the next game tomorrow. Fouled away for a strike, 0-1. Jet Collins 0 for 2, reached on an error, and also popped out to the shortstop. And the 0-1 delivery, outside and high for a ball, 1-1. That one's going to be served up and pushed out of play. Those kids have been busy today. I'm pretty sure they've been here for all 4 games. And between all those kids combined, they have probably burned 78,000 calories. Not even kidding you. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Make that 2 balls, 2 strikes. Two, and a bouncing ball to third. And there's out number 1.
First baseman, number 14, Evan Krogan.
Evan Krogan is the batter. And that one's going base hit, left field. So West Fargo has a runner on now on their 5th hit of the game, excuse me. Evan Krogan gets that single. Luke Finn, 1 for 2, had the monster triple to left field and a ground out to first. And now a courtesy runner on first for Evan Kroger. And that is going to be Parker Henrik. And that one's popped up and fouled away and can't get over to the football field with our camera from this angle, but it's over in that direction. 0-1. And Finn goes to left field. That will be a flyout. And out number 2. And now Hudson Dinger is the last hope here for West Fargo.
9, Espen Westby.
Actually, instead of Dinger, they're going to go back to Espen Westby. Espen Westby in this game is 0 for 1. He struck out looking last time he was at the plate, and that was 2 trips to the lineup ago. As Hudson Dinger took his spot in the 8th spot last time through the lineup. And now Westby re-enters. And now Maja will step off and step back on. Just kind of circles around there for a little bit. Now he'll lean in, get the call, and wind up and deliver. Just missed a little low, ball 1. If Westby can reach base, it's Axel Anderson on deck. According to my numbers, that was the 90th pitch for Majo. And low for ball 2. And that one's popped up and fouled off. 2-1. 2 away. Castleton needs 1 more out to secure the victory. And that one will miss, and it's a full count now. 3-2. Will he walk, or will the game be over? Or will it be fouled away and we continue this for a little bit longer? 1 hour, 57 minutes. And that one's popped up. First base side. And it will drop, and then nobody will make the catch. And it will remain 3-2. Every game today has gone over 2 hours. Will this one be the lone game to not go over 2 hours? We'll find out here. It's going to be close. 1 hour 57 at the moment. Payoff pitch with 2 outs and a runner on. Swing and a miss, and that ends the game. 1 hour, 57 minutes.
And that's your ball game. Final score, the final semifinal or quarterfinal game of the day.
And in the top of the 7th, Castleton will end it here with a 10-1 victory, and they will move on to play the Devil's Lake Storm at 6:30 p.m. tomorrow. And the West Fargo Vets will have Kindred at 1:30 tomorrow. Or, I'm sorry, the West Fargo Aces will have Kindred at 1:30 tomorrow. So here's your lineup for tomorrow. 11 a.m., it's the Fargo Post 400 Astros taking on the Fargo Post 2 Bombers. At 1:30 p.m., it's Kindred Post 117 taking on the West Fargo Aces. At 4 p.m. tomorrow, it's Wahpeton Post 20 taking on the West Fargo Vets. And at 6:30 tomorrow night, it's the Devil's Lake Storm against the Casselton Haymakers right here on Magnitude Sports with our coverage beginning at 11 a.m. Thanks so much for tuning in. It's been a fun day of baseball. Man, my memory's still stuck on that first game of the day. And I think anybody who's watched all day today probably doesn't have a disagreement with me on that one. That first game was absolutely fantastic. The second game was pretty good. The last 2 games ended, well, one ended by a 10-run rule, and this one went the full 7 with a 9-run victory. But, yeah, that first game of the day today was the best game of the tournament, in my opinion, and that Devil's Lake Comets game yesterday was the second best game of the tournament, in my humble opinion. Will we have more best games tomorrow? It's a good chance that we will, but we'll have to wait until then. We'll be back tomorrow, 11 a.m., maybe on the air by about 10:50. We'll talk to you soon. Have a good night and rest up. We'll see you tomorrow.
Preceding broadcast was an exclusive presentation of the Magnitude Sports Network. Subscribe, click the bell, and visit magnitudesn.com for a schedule of our upcoming broadcasts.